Today on my run, I was listening podcast, and in that podcast, they were talking about it is Andy Frisella's podcast, and in there, he had guests on talking about their 75 hard experience, and they said something that is really simple, but at the same time really profound. That you already know what to do. So let's say when it comes to the weight loss, which is really simple or easy way to explain it. You already know what you need to do. You need to eat less and you need to move more. That's pretty much it. There's no really like secret magic pill. It's just sticking to fundamentals, sticking to basics and executing on those and taking action consistently on those. And I think that's where the problem a lot of times, and it's not just within the fitness or weight loss, the problem isn't really the knowing what to do, it's the actual doing. And then going further, not just the doing, but doing consistently. Because you don't get results by something you do one day. You get results by something you do for weeks, months, years. And that's where the results actually come from. So anybody who has achieved anything extraordinary, for the most part, they did consistently show up every day. They show up, do the work today, then do the same thing tomorrow and day after that and day after that, and they do it for years. That's how they get to the level of mastery. And I think we we assume that there's this because for the most part, those people, once they achieve mastery, that's when we learn about them. Once you go through the the build up towards that, nobody really knows about you. Nobody really has clear idea of the level or like you're not at that level yet where you might be noticed by others. You're just building up. You're just another person on the path there. And once you get there, that's when everybody notices, everybody sees, and it's really easy to then disregard the years, if not decades, that have been put into getting to that level and just see that person as overnight success. And and with that, it's easy to forget that the way you get better, the way you master whatever it is that you want to master is by showing up every day, doing it consistently, and doing it long enough where you do master it or where you do get that result. And even when you do get that result, which, as an example, let's say you get to your ideal body shape or weight or whatever it might be, it's not enough just to get there. Now you have to continue showing up to stay there. And that's, I think, the hardest or the most grueling part of it is actually that because in the beginning it's exciting. You do something new, you start to see results, you start to see the progression because you start pretty much from zero. So it's much quicker progression. But then the further you go, the less you see that progression, the less you actually go from one level to another. And the levels become so much closer towards each other where it takes so much just to get tiny bit better, where it does become mundane, it does become boring, and there's not much exciting actually happening. You just need to show up every day and trust the process of things getting better. And it's something that I think is easy to um, forget because on social media you see everybody succeeding overnight and they went from this to this, and a lot of times they skip the path and the length of the path that it actually took to get there. And even if you see somebody who got there quickly, question is if they stayed there, but also if that's them getting lucky. Is that something that is sustainable? So just keep this in mind. And if you think that you're not doing something right, there's always something, of course, we can improve or different things that we can look at that we can adjust or get better at. It's part of the path, anyways. Uh, but a lot of it is just consistency and time. Those are two things that play a huge role in mastering anything.